Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Which is not true, because if you were my only sunshine, I wouldn't be freezing to death in my own house. But that's okay. I digress already this morning. We're having a very interesting morning. I was wounded. So this morning, if you're catching this on the replay, you're gonna find it's 40 degrees where I live, which you know for me it's like negative 2,000 degrees outside. So I've had to come inside and do my morning blogging, streaming, whatever you want to call what it is that David does early in the mornings. I really don't know what it is that I do. We got a lot of late breaking news. While I sit here and work on the computer a little bit, I want to tell you about some things to people in the house. Thank you. Good morning to you. Oh my goodness gracious, crepe balls of freezing fart fires. Oh man. I'm wounded. I'm wounded. So I know it's early, not a lot of folks in here yet, but I want to just throw out the fact that I am injured. I am doing this live stream injured for you. Injured. I should be in a hospital somewhere recuperating. No, I'm here for you. Just saying. For you. I need to figure out how to do something real quick. Do I look good this morning? Do I look good? I can't tell if I look good. 3 people in the house, thank you for the being here. Somebody give me a thumbs up, let you know that you love me. Whew. I am very excited. Why am I excited? David doesn't know. I'm hoping it's going to be a wonderful day. 3 people visiting me. Give me a thumbs up, somebody. Start dropping the comments in the chat for us as we go along here. I know it's early, so I'm not going to pressure you too hard. My coffee's already getting close, cold. I did figure out why I've been making really bad coffee. The last couple of weeks, I've been very, very, very unhappy with my coffee making ability. I thought it was me, but this morning I finally figured out what was wrong with why my coffee is tasting so bad. So I'm gonna tell you guys about that in a little bit. I'm gonna tell you in a little bit. I need to find, hang on. Oh well. Just looking for a lens wipe. Crap. You ever hate it when you're trying to clean your glasses and you make it worse? All right. Well, 6 people in the house. Thank you all. Give us a thumbs up, please. Drop me a chat. Let me know who's all here. We've got a lot to talk about. I want to hear from you. Most important that we hear from you this morning. Extremely important. Six people. In the house. So we have massive hurricane headed towards Florida. That's the bad news. Bad news. Bad news. If you guys don't know, which I'm sure it's all over the media. So I'm sure by now you guys do know. Right now, 5 people in the house. Give us some thumbs ups as you come in. We appreciate you. Leave me a comment, please. I have figured out why my coffee sucks so bad. I'm going to tell you about that later. And we're going to talk about the storm. We're going to talk a lot this morning. 6 people, thank you. I am wounded, as I told you. I should be in the hospital, but since I have such dedication to all of y'all, I am right here this morning, like clockwork, even though I should be in the hospital because I am injured. I wounded myself last night getting into my house. It is so bad, I'm lucky that I'm not dead. So, 9 people, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Get some thumbs ups going. Leave me a comment about what you think this morning. What's going on in your world this morning? I can tell you all about what's going on in my little world, but what's going on in your world? Do you like my new outfit? Usually I wear my hat under my hoodie, but today I thought I'd wear it over my hoodie. You think it's a good look? Think it makes me look fat? I don't know. You tell me what you think. So thank you guys for being here this morning. We got that big hurricane hitting Florida. Right now, it's a Cat 5. It's taken up about 85% of the Gulf of Mexico. It is predicted to hit pretty much dead center in the Tampa Bay region. 11 people in the house. Thank y'all all for being here. Let me know who's all here. Drop me a chat. And wish me a good morning, if nothing else. 'Cause it is morning time here. We appreciate y'all. I want to hear about you guys. But this typhoon is gigantic. Or sorry, hurricane. The hurricane is big, and it's going to hit. And not only are we going to have gigantic storm surges on the west coast of Florida, they're going to have what they call like a reverse storm surge on the east coast of Florida and Georgia. As the storm hits the ocean, back out to the ocean, you're going to get a reverse storm surge in those parts of the world, part of the states, which is going to be really, really bad. Right now in Florida, because I'm watching it live, I'm watching some things live. Right now, it's talking about how there is still so much debris and trash in certain areas that you got to watch out for. One, all these people's house belongings and stuff getting blown away even worse. It's just going to be really bad for that part. Some of the models are talking about that it may go down to maybe a Hurricane 3 by the time it hits Tampa. but we don't know. 7 people still in the house, 11 people in the house. Thank you. 11 million people watching me this morning. Thank you for being here. Make sure you give me a thumbs up as you come in, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Be greatly appreciate it. Have some coffee. If you want me to make you a cup of coffee, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I only charge $9.99 a cup. That's 9,999,000, not dollars. Yes, I wouldn't sell one of my cup of coffees for $10. I did find out why my coffee sucks so bad. Just for you guys, for your knowledge, I'm going to share with that in a little bit. But Ken Unger is in the house. Good morning, Ken. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dropping the chat. YouTube likes it when we have a stimulating chat these days. And are you, I know the hurricane's not going to affect you up there, but it's going to be a doozy. I don't know if you've been watching it or not. And yes, Ken, it is too cold for me to go outside in my own backyard this morning. It's 40 freaking degrees here, which, as you know, for me is like negative 2,000 degrees. Yeah, see, 40 degrees there, Sue. So it's a negative 4,000 degrees for you too. And that's just too cold. We can't survive in negative 2,000 degrees, Ken. So, man, I bet you're getting excited about your next trip to the Philippines. Oh, I need to work on content, something here. Yeah. So that's working. Okay. Ken, I figured out how I screwed up my coffee. I'm going to tell everybody about that here shortly. Always excited to go to the Phils. And I know it is, and I know you can't wait to make it permanent, and you'll get there. I appreciate the thumbs up, everybody. As you guys come in, give us some thumbs up. We got like 12 people in the house. Leave us some comments. Even if you're a troll, I don't mind, because I like trolls. So I'm out of propane for my outdoor barbecue grill. I'm out of propane for my fire pits. I got to go get propane today. But I'm also wounded. Ken, I hurt myself coming into the house last night. So, man, it sucks when you get old, right? So I'm going to try to do a bunch more little shorts about the Philippines and stuff, Ken. So, try to do one a day at least, and see if I can't dig through my stuff and talk about something interesting or helpful. It may not be interesting, but maybe it's helpful, Ken, about the Philippines and about traveling to the Philippines. And but we're getting ready for our big Halloween party here, so that should be fun and exciting. 6 people, thank you all. Good morning. Always excited to go to the And I know a couple more years from now, it'll be your permanent home, and you won't have to worry about anything, right? Which is a good thing. But man, this hurricane that's getting ready to barrel down on Florida, it's going to be an ass kicker. I mean, the only good thing is, I think, if it's a good thing, is that it should be a fast mover one. You're 2 years left on your American work visa, your work release program for America, right? You got 2 more years to do of jail time in America for your what do we call that, servitude, right? Indentured servitude, maybe that's how we should phrase it. Down in 2 years left and working, so getting close. I know, and it's going to be harder and harder and harder and harder to one, contain yourself about the excitement. You're going to kind of get a senioritis. Remember back in high school or college, senioritis would creep up on us, and we know that things are coming to an end, and so that's what I mean. Your indentured servitude. You're going to be free. You're going to be free. Free. You're going to be a free man. you know, uh, Indentured servitude sucks, buddy. But I'm excited for you. I know that you've done a much better job planning, organization, being thoughtful and getting things laid out so that your transition to live in the Philippines full time is going to be, a lot smoother than probably some other people, and that's great. I mean, if one thing I tell people, Ken, and you know this, you can learn by others' mistakes, and we made a lot of mistakes, and so I encourage people not to do what I did, or learn from the mistakes that we made. And I think if you can do that, man, and I think you have the right personality where you're going to do great in the Philippines. You're going to do great, and I think that's what's important. I'm trying to. Got 5 people watching us, only one thumbs up. If you guys are in the background there, give us a thumbs up and drop us a chat. If you got a channel you want to talk about, you can do that. If you're worried about the hurricane here in America, which you should be if you're anywhere close to America, because the last one is still affecting us. We still don't have everybody squared away by any stretch of the means. Working on the last one that hit, Virginia, Tennessee, and Georgia, like a banshee. And now we have to worry about this one. And we love Florida, and one of our favorite places in Florida is going to get hit. I mean, and it hardly ever gets hit. I mean, even Tampa, Florida, they said today that it hadn't been hit by a major hurricane in over 100 years. Yep. That's what I tell people, Ken. I actually tell people, and hope you don't mind, but I actually encourage them to, when you're on some of the live streams, to actually listen to people like you, who, one, been married, done that, right? So, but more so, you've been to the Philippines 10 times. So you're a travel expert when it comes to getting your happy butt from America to the Philippines and back. So, and you've been 8 years in the Marine, which is going well, and so you're doing it the right way. You are. And so I tell people, you don't have to listen to me because I may not be very bright, but people like Ken, who's been there, done that, and has traveled so much to the Philippines, and they're not living the fantasy, they're living the life. You know what I mean? There's a difference between some of these people out there that are living a fantasy, thinking they're in a relationship when they're not. They've never met the person, thinking, that they can, I don't know, just a bunch of BS out there on the internet these days. And, which is shameful. Which is very shameful, I think. Because I think, one, it's kind of like you got to live within your means, right? And not only in the Philippines, but everywhere. But I also mean that when people talk out their ass, like me, you're not doing anybody a service. You're it's kind of like, if you're not part of the solution, you are the problem type of thing. And that's how I feel a lot about some of these guys who are out there running their mouths about things they truly don't have any real experience in understanding. And that's why, I try to refer people, here's what has happened to me, here's what we've done, but there's so many other people that have done way more than we have. So I encourage you to go, you know, talk to them, do your own research, all of the above, all of the above. So that's something that I encourage people to do. All right, I think it's starting to warm up in my house enough. Oh, thank you. This is Deacon's in the house. Deacon, we appreciate you being here. Good morning to you. Thank you for the thumbs up and dropping some chats in here. How are you today? Yeah, I love hats. If you guys haven't seen by now, I'm really into fedoras. This is a stingy brim fedora. I like the traditional ones very well, which I have the majority of, but I have an occasion for a stemmy brim and a short brim quite often. I really like the 1.5 inch stemmy brims, stingy brim hats also. So I like it. I like it. But how are you this morning? And thank you once again for the thumbs up. Shout out. It is cold here. I say cold, 40 degrees, which to me is like negative 2,000 degrees. So I'm starting to wonder, no matter where I live in the world, am I going to be cold? So, I don't know. Deacon says, I am good. We are doing good this morning. I'm a little tired. I'm wounded. Oh, I forgot. I'm wounded, Deacon. I'm here doing a live stream, even though I'm horribly wounded and I should be in the hospital. So, but I'm here for you guys, but I'm wounded this morning. Other than that, I'm all right. Father loved the hats. Yeah, you miss them. Yeah, it's understandable. It's really interesting how we can take an article of clothing, or a pipe, or something that a loved one, used to wear and have, and you can see it, and it triggers all of those memories and all those emotions. So that is quite interesting. I have one of my mother who died when I was 6, right? But I still have a costume jewelry type necklace that's very indicative of like the 50s. I still have it. And so whenever I see one like that, it triggers those memories. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I know what that is. And so I like hats. And that's good, right? I mean, it's good to keep those memories alive. And, same thing with, she wore the horn-rimmed glasses. And so when I see those in TV shows and movies, I immediately think, of that. So it's good, right? It's good to remember those things. But I do love hats. I love hats and tropical shirts. One of my favorite hats, you see it right there in that picture, got destroyed in the Philippines. It was a really nice straw 2.5 inch brim fedora, and it got chewed up in the Philippines during the typhoon, and I lost it. But so someday I'll get another one like that, a real straw one. I do have a couple really nice straw ones somewhere, real straw, not synthetic. But I agree, it's always good to remember. I mean, it's important to keep the memories alive and all that good stuff. So what is on your big plan for today? Ken, I know what Ken's gonna be doing all day. Today's Tuesday. Ken's gonna be working and making that money. I know what Ken's gonna do. And so Deacon, what are you going to be up to today? But yeah, I was coming in my house last night from outdoors. I'm out of propane, so I got to get some more propane for my outdoor fire pit and my barbecue grill. But I came in the house and I grabbed the door handle wrong, and I feel like I've tore a tendon or a muscle in my wrist. So I'm wounded. I need, I need medical treatment. I need to go to the hospital and be operated on. But yet I'm here this morning for you guys. Well, nothing wrong with helping the kids with homework, but what I will say, as an old teacher, remember, don't do it for them. Just guide them through the process. All right? So don't do it for them. Just guide them through the process. The famous Filipino singer that wears a fedora. I don't know. I can Google it. I got my computer sitting here. Let's look. The only singer, Filipino person I know was that Ricky something guy that was in the U.S. a few years ago. Filipino singer that wears a fedora. I know the ones that wear a dress. I think we were at the concert of the one that wears a dress. Oh, you talking about Bruno Mars? Filipino American Bruno Mars is known for wearing fedoras. Yeah. And sadly, I think he looks better in them than I do. That's not fair. Yeah, Bruno Mars says that he is famous for them. Deacon says, yes, he will not do the homework. Kiko's in the house. Good morning, Kiko. Sounds like you have an indoor waterfall or it's a giant fish aquarium. Kiko, I have everything. I have a waterfall and a fish tank. I have a fish tank inside of a waterfall. No, I take that back. I have a waterfall inside of a fish tank. It's my wife's fish tank. She puts it in my office. And then she doesn't keep the water high enough in it, so it drives me crazy. It's too noisy. I keep trying to tell her, we ought to integrate it into your other fish tank. Because I want to turn it into an aquarium for plants. So, but Kiko, good morning. How are you? Kiko, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Ken says he's got his mama a mansion in Manila. Nice. I would take one in Manila, or, well, I would take one anywhere. Well, it could be, yeah. Water pipes are seriously ruptured. Well, if we were down in Florida, I would say you're about right, because I think Florida's gonna have some major water issue. But, you're right, it's noisy. When I normally try to keep water in it, but she gets mad at me if I touch her fish tank too much. So, but I'm wounded, guys. I mean, I need to go to the hospital. But here I am. Here I am for you. I'm sacrificing my body so that you wonderful people can be entertained this morning. Man, I mean, it really hurt too. I taught, hang on, I got an itch. I taught industrial health and safety. Craig Parrish in the house. Did I hear fish tanks? You did, Craig. So I taught industrial safety, construction safety, OSHA and federal regulations compliance. That's kind of what I did in a nutshell. I will. It's only I probably will have to amputate later, you know. So I'll probably have to amputate it. But I can live with only one hand. I'm all right. So, hey, Craig from Ken. I have one son, one daughter, and her boyfriend currently bugging out in Tampa. Yeah, I know young Sanders, or Father Sanders, he's worried about his grandkids down in Florida, but he can't get them to evacuate, but hopefully they are now. North to Atlanta, that's good. Atlanta should be fine. And we have some other friends we've talked about, I-75, like a parking lot leaving Florida, yeah. Yeah, and we got a bunch of friends down in Naples area and Fort Myers, and they don't know which way to shit. Whether they should run down to Miami or try to get down in the Everglades and down into the Key West, versus trying to get out of Florida, which is the bigger challenge. So we got friends that have been going, crap, which way do I go? How do I go? And so, it's gonna be a mess. Deacon says, awesome. Oh no, nah, it's all right. Craig is saying hello to you, Ken. Craig, how are you doing this morning, buddy? Oh, I'm wounded, Craig. I've been bitching about that all morning. I think I'm gonna survive my wound. I think I'm gonna handle it. If you didn't give us a thumbs up yet, please give me a thumbs up. But thank you guys all for the continued chit chat. So yeah, Florida's in imminent danger. If it hits at a Cat 5, that's gonna be unbelievable. They're saying now, it looks like it's gonna downgrade to only a Cat 3 when it hits, which is just unbelievable in itself. And if the only thing we can hope is it hits Florida and flies right by as fast as possible. The good thing about the shaft of Florida is pretty skinny. But they're saying Tampa Bay hasn't had a hurricane hit it in 100 years. A direct hit. Let me get caught up here. Craig says, night shift 5 hours ago. Oh, wow. Say, Craig still has to do one of those horrible, nasty, dirty things called work. Ken is saying hello to you, Kiko. Yeah. My beautiful wife is sleeping this morning. 540 miles from Tampa at the moment. I know. It's going to be a bad one. It's going to be. It's going to be a bad one, guys. I'm just telling you. Oh, I figured out why I've been having bad coffee. 9 people in the house. Give us some more thumbs up. I figured out why my coffee has been tasting like shit for the last 2 weeks. And it's my wife's fault. My wife's fault. I'll be happy to tell you about that. Ken's headed that away. So here's what has happened with my coffee, everybody. Granted, I might suck at making coffee, unlike John Baker, who grinds his own beans and probably grows his own cows and, you know, all of that good stuff. Pissing in the cup? How'd you know, Craig? Oh my God. So here's what I do. I clean my equipment every day. I clean my own cup. I clean the filter, dump it out. I rinse the filter thingy-jingy. I wash the pot out every day. It's just what I do. And I have it all, and I have this one spoon that I use. I keep it nice and clean, and wash it, put it all up in this little spot where it all dries. And I'm very happy with it. Well, finally figured out, my wife has been drinking that strange, smelly mushroom coffee that they're selling all over the internet like it's some kind of miracle drug. And she apparently has been using my coffee spoon to do her mushroom coffee with, but not cleaning my spoon. So every time I get up to put sugar in my coffee, I'm throwing mushroom dung in my coffee. And this morning I figured it out because I go in there and I'm getting things set up. And I look at the spoon and I'm like, why is it dirty? Didn't I clean this yesterday? So I'm looking at it and I go, I taste it. Oh man. So my wife is using my spoon for her rotten mushroom coffee and is contaminating my coffee. My God, oh, you know, little purple mushroom OCD, how dare her. Right? She should do better. Oh my goodness. Give us some more thumbs ups here. Yeah. I know, right? I mean, it's, you know, it's horrible. Offensive and horrible. So when she wakes up, I'm gonna have to have a talk with her. Because the other thing I'm gonna tell you about that damn mushroom coffee is it stinks like fertilizer. 2, I had to talk to my wife about this. I told her, I said, from now on, because it stains the coffee cups. Yeah, I clean my filter. I throw it out and get a new one. I rinse out the filter thing, everything. That's grounds for divorce, Ken. You know. But that mushroom coffee is turning our coffee cups horrible, and I got to wash and scrub these cups. I told her over the weekend, I said, all right, we're going to have a new policy in this house, a new rule. She can only have one coffee cup, and every day that she uses that mushroom coffee, she has to wash her own cup and put it on the rag to dry. Because I'm not trying to wash 20 different coffee cups. You know, every time she comes home and has her little dirt drink, That's staying in my cup. So she gets one coffee cup, she gets one bowl for noodles, one plate for food, and we're gonna wash those every day. We're no longer piling dishes up. Yeah, I clean it every day, every day. I mean, after I get done using it, I rinse it all out and I put it up to dry because I don't like mold. Rover, I'm screwed, never clean my Keurig. There you go, ruh-roh. You know, ruh-roh. But I don't know, it's fun. It's fun being married, right? But that's what's made my coffee taste like crap. Literally crap. You know, so I don't know, man. Women. Can't live with them, can't live without them, right? But it's okay. But now I found that out. So now maybe I should hide my own spoon, right? Take it with me everywhere I go, like in prison where you carry your own spoon with you. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Maybe I can carry my own spoon with me. So that's what's been wrong with my coffee all this time. Must be how lazy, lazy it is. You know, we need some more thumbs ups in the house. We got a lot of people here, but only a few thumbs up. Yeah, please clean it. Spoon in prison means hair. Oh, oh, that's funny. That's funny, Craig. I thought I saw prison movies where they get all assigned. Oh, maybe that was like in Brubaker. Wasn't that like some of the old gang prison movie, like chain gang movies, where they get their own spoon and they're supposed to keep it for the rest of their life? So, maybe that's what it was. Deacon says, definitely can't live without them. No, you can't. Yeah. We can live without them having a credit card, though, right, guys? Or a weapon. Well, see, I swore there was or maybe that's Alcatraz, where they had their own cup and spoon. I know there's prison movies out there where they show them having their own cup and spoon and they got to take care of it, you know. So, you know, hang on, guys. Old school Kiko, that's right. Spooning is a way to share your bunk, yes. Spoons. I'm telling you, there is a movie out there. You guys might think I'm all crazy, but that's what the problem. My wife has been. The question is, do you think my wife did it on purpose? You think my wife has been making me eat her because she wanted me to drink this mushroom coffee with her, and I tried it and went, "Oh my God, this is freaking disgusting." There's no way in hell people could really eat this mushroom coffee or drink it or whatever you want to call it. You know, disgusting. But then again, Lorelai takes cereal like Cheerios and she pours chocolate milk in her cereal. Chocolate milk. Yeah, having your own cup in prison is a must. Maybe that's what it is. You definitely want your own cup, don't you? Because you never know what somebody did in their cup in prison. I mean, not that I'm an expert in prison anymore. It's been so long since I've been there, but Could be in and out, got to answer some calls from home, not going to sit in the car all night. I don't blame you, I wouldn't either, man. No way. Well, Craig, I'm glad you're the one working though. I mean, it makes me feel good to know that people still work, unlike Kiko and I. But yeah, so we're a little worried about our friends down in Florida. We'll get back into the Florida a little bit. And because we got a bunch of messages last night and we got some messages this morning from friends going, and I said, well, you guys have been told to evacuate, and so you need to evacuate. I mean, I don't like evacuation, but I think there comes a point in time where you got to swallow whatever hope you have that your house may or may not be there and pack your shit and get. And, I'm watching it. It's one thing I'm doing right now while I'm talking to you guys is I'm watching it here on the Weather Channel, watching how it goes up. Watching it here. And I was talking to some of our friends in Mississippi. They're not too worried about it in Alabama and the Panhandle, but somebody told me that they were predicting to get a lot of winds from the rotation of it, even on the Gulf Coast. So they're not predicting a storm surge, but they're predicting some good weather or winds coming off of the Gulf. And, the last one that came through, the weird thing was as it went through Georgia and Tennessee and the Carolinas, we actually got a lot of wind off of that far-reaching tail end here in our state. Daughter just moved into her beautiful house 6 months ago. Hope it holds up. Yeah. I hope it holds up too. I know what you mean. I hope it holds up too. I love Florida, and we have a lot of friends there. And we got friends, like I said earlier, Kiko, that are trying. We get one, Tatai Sanders down in Texas. His grandkids are in Florida. But we got friends living in Naples, Fort Myers, Tampa, Cocoa Beach, everywhere. And I get that they hate to give up their house because they're afraid of looting and everything else. But I think, I don't know, you got to make that decision. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Because I think what you're going to find in America, or in this last one that hit Helene, that they haven't recovered all the bodies yet. I think they still got bodies buried in the mud. So the death count is going to continue to go up. 2022 Camry 1800 AU for a new one because of all the sensor screens they use. Wow, so just the sensors to replace that's going to run you 1800. So what part are you replacing, the computer screen? Or I guess I missed something. Which part are you replacing, Craig? Yeah, Kiko's asking the same thing. We missed something. We missed something. Oh, windscreen. So windshield. Read the comment. Oh my God, Craig. All right, Craig, it's my fault. Well, I'm trying to find where you said your windshield was broken, Craig. Could be in and out all night because I'm not going to sit in the car. Got to answer calls. Deacon, Craig. I don't know, Craig. I was. At least I try to read them. I may not read them correctly, but at least I try to read them right. You know, I try to hear what you guys are saying. You know, so yeah. And now if you get a new windshield, you got to go and have the whole freaking car recalibrated because of all the cameras and things. So hope not. Let's see. Oh, FMD. What's an FMD? Yeah, I don't think David knows FMD. He's a dog lover. That's right. I'm a doggy lover. But I don't think that away. FMD. Boy, I could come up with 1,000 different things for FMD. Family mud days, you know. Kiko knows my brain don't work well. Ken says, later, fellers, got to go call my brother in Vietnam to see what he's up to. All right, Ken, we appreciate you being here, buddy. Make sure that you sell some cars today and enjoy talking to your brother. We'll talk to you soon, Ken. I like my dogs, Craig. I like my dogs. See you, Ken. Not Filipino doctor. Oh my goodness gracious. Man, I'm monitoring the storm. I could be a Filipino doctor on TV. I could play one. Comments above, Kiko's daughter's home. All right, let me get over here. Let me scroll back up because I got to figure out what Ken or what Craig is talking about because otherwise I feel like my day's not going to go well. Craig says hello, then he says pissing in the cup, purple mushroom. Put up with it cheaper than divorce. Yeah. Spoon in prison means heroin. Yes, Ken. Old school Kiko. Kiko, yep, surprised the stream doesn't go viral for the prison population, male or female. There you go. Could be in and out, answering calls. Just moved to their beautiful home. Hello, friend. How are you? I think Craig just likes to confuse me sometimes. That's what I think. Friend, how are things going in your part of the world? Friend is from the country of Argentina. We had some new people on our chat last night. Their channel title was called DHS Crew, and they were from Switzerland. But then they started talking about drugs. And so I'm wondering, is, you know, are they really from Switzerland? Or are they undercover trying to go fishing to find out who the drug kingpins in America were, you know, or on the internet? So, friend or foe, who's doing good? Oh, there you go. Buenos dias, amigo, amiga. There you go, Kiko. Now you're speaking the language. But I thought that was funny. And I mentioned to him later on, he seemed to be like a very, very good people in Switzerland. He gave me a Switzerland drink that I need to buy and try. So I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it where I can order it yet. But I guess it's some kind of fermented milk. That's their national drink. So I really want to buy it. Craig says, working tonight, doing a favor for a mate. Someone threw a can from a bridge and took out his windscreen. Damn, you people are some violent people, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we were teasing the DHS channel from the Sweden about being Homeland Security. So it was just funny. Yeah, it's your nighttime. Yeah, was it a full, yeah, was it good Australian beer? What kind of beer was it, Craig? I mean, was it a glass bottle? Was it an aluminum can? Do you have steel cans? Come on, give us more details. What kind of beer was it? Did he pull over and drink it? That's what I would have done. You're going to take out my windshield, not windscreen, because in America we know how to call things the proper names, Craig. You know, windscreen. You know what a screen does, right? A screen allows air through it. A shield prevents air coming through it. Just gonna say. Coke can, full. Oh, I bet. We've actually had people killed in America with young people throwing rocks and cans, full cans, off of overpasses and hitting cars, and people swerve and kill and have accidents. We've actually had that happen in America quite a few times. Give him a break. He thought a shot was fired at. Yes. Kiko, they even put his steering wheel on the wrong side. Simple Man's Journey is in the house. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. They have kind of a young new channel too. If you guys would check them out, thank you for the thumbs up. Once again, remind everybody to give us a thumbs up and a shout out. And the more chat, the better. The more chat you guys give to each other, the sooner I can buy Lorelei a $3.5 million beach house in Florida. That will be underwater forever. So, well, you know, they even like Vegemite. Is it Vegemite or Vegemax? What is that stuff they eat down there? Vegemax or Vegemite? Vegemite. I need to look up this Swedish because I want to tell you guys about this drink. Oh, that's the second one. I'll tell you what the name of it is so you guys can Google it. Maybe Craig has it, you know. Now they just want to bring me up a bunch of, Kiko says, I drove that away for 4 years while stationed in Japan. You adjust, you learn to adjust. I'm gonna share this drink with you. Because you know, I get curious about things, right? So let me see if I can find it on my well, I was gonna try to buy it on Amazon, but Amazon doesn't sell it. It's spelled Rivella. Simple Man. Craig is saying hello to you. Philippine Bayan Province is here. Hello. Thank you for being here. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, please do. But I'm trying to find this Swedish drink. I love the 78 Toyota Carney malnutrition that I had there. Nice. So once again, Simple Man, thank you for being here. Everybody say hi to them. Simple Man, if you'll subscribe to everybody's channel, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to Google that drink, guys, because I want to buy it. See if I can figure out where to get it at, because apparently the great all-knowing Amazon doesn't sell it. Never heard that model? Yeah, it's probably like a Corolla. I like the little Corollas too. They were cool. And Kiko saying hi to the Philippine and the province. Corona, state size name, Corolla. Craig is saying hello to you. Okay, I found it. I'm going to try to buy it. Does anybody want some? We're going to buy this stuff, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Our friends in the Philippines said that it was fermented, some kind of fermented milk drink, but it looks like apple juice. So, and they got a green, I don't know, maybe I got to do a better job. They may have it in Australia. They got maybe that brand's in Australia. I'm trying to buy Rivella. It's spelled Kiko, Rivella. It's supposed to be a fermented milk drink from Sweden. Don't get it on the spoons? Yes. But it doesn't, it doesn't look like milk though. It looks like apple juice. Maybe I need to Bai is saying hello to Uncle Craig because she knows how old you are. So this says the Rivella has been a favorite in Swiss soft drinks since 1952. It's a unique taste of lutefisk. No, It's a unique taste. The drink brings refreshment and symbolizes the active lifestyle of Switzerland. And the heart of Rivavilla drink is milk. I like to try strange stuff. I found a store where I can buy things online from Switzerland. I get a 10% discount. Somebody send me like a couple $100,000 because shipping's probably going to cost me that. I said, I need a couple $100,000, Kiko. But I get 10% off. Young Bai is asking, I've never seen Papa Dennis. Is he okay? Yeah, Dennis was around the other day. So, yeah. Kiko's trying to flaunt his language skills. Milk, oh, all right. So here's the deal. It's actually made from milk whey. The flavor is neutral liquid, contains minerals, trace elements, vitamins, milk sugars. Depending on the variety, the drink contains 25 to 35% milk whey. It is renowned Swiss brand that makes fantastic Swiss drinks. They have decades of experience and expertise. I'm gonna order some. I don't know how I'm gonna order some later today. Can anybody think of anything else I need to order from my new Swiss internet store? I wonder how much yeah, Craig, working hard. We're doing live streams and shorts more. We're doing pop-ups, these live streams, getting some really good numbers. And the more, the good thing, the good thing, Craig, is the more the chat is, the better YouTube likes it, and the more they push these verticals out. So we're folks focusing on these, Craig, because you got to remember I got to pay for my house. So Lorelai, when I'm dead, Lorelai doesn't have the house payment. So I got to build my channel. I got to become like Mr. Monster. I want to become the next Mr. Monster of YouTube. 9 mil today. Oh, there you go. Yeah, man. I don't know if they're going to actually ship this shit to me, this stuff to me. I will make one mini. I will make many comments. That's great. And you get a credit for it, Craig. The way the new algorithm works, every time somebody comments, it's kind of considered a view. And so that's what we want at a time. And that's what we want. So, hang on. So that's what we're doing at a time. That's right. So, but yes, they're turning out good. I mean, I had one the other day has over 1,000. So, which is pretty good for a live stream. And we've actually been getting some new channels from all over the world, Craig, to grow. We've also getting, I've been getting a lot of super chats, not a lot, but getting some super chats. So, you know. But Kiko says, Bai is probably getting confused about this because Bai's watching our channel, our live as we talk. So Reel's still playing much more. Oh, on Facebook? Yeah. Lorelai does the Facebook side of it. I'm not allowed to touch Facebook. But I'm working better, Craig. I'm trying harder to do a short every day. That's one of my new goals, is to do a short every day. And I don't know. That's the new algorithm. It says YouTube is trying to promote their short platform because they're going to be breaking out some stuff like Facebook down the road. They're kind of creating their own internal Facebook stuff. So I don't know where they're going or what they're doing, but they're changing a lot of things. So I'm trying. I just dropped so I'm going to start doing a bunch of simple shorts about the Philippines, living in the Philippines, Filipino women, sexy men like myself who wear really cool hats, you know. Henry's in the house. Henry. Yeah, Craig, we can't, Lorelai doesn't get much track, but she doesn't also dedicate her time to it on that. Oh, Henry, that was a good candy bar. Do you guys remember the candy bar, oh, Henry? Henry is saying hello to everybody. Craig is saying hello. Our friend in Argentina is saying, okay. I do short well. Don't ask Mrs. Option. Yeah, we heard you were short. Yep, 4.6 million to make 86 bucks. Yes, right. You're never going to get rich. I can't forget. I can't forget about the old Henry bar. Well, I'd be happy if they made one that said, oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. Oh, my God. All right, so I know how to order my weird Swiss drink. I don't know if I can order it. I don't know if they can ship it to America. But I'm gonna, later today, we're gonna go on and I'm gonna try to buy that drink from Switzerland, the native national drink of Switzerland. And I'll try it live on air to see if I kill over dead. So, is Henry, are you having problems with trolls? Kiko says 86 Australian dollars is about $1.50 US. I was thinking about like $1.25. I had somebody, you guys will like this. I had somebody super chat me the other day, 200. I don't remember the denomination. I don't remember what country it's from. I think it was like one of the Ukraine or one of the Western Bloc countries. I just can't remember which one it was. So they sent me 200 or whatever their dollar was. Well, when it came through, it turned out to be 23 cents American. After YouTube took their share, I got 23 cents. So I thought that was kind of fun, right? I think that was pretty cool. I think it's around 68 cents, Kiko. Yeah, can you imagine that? I mean, and I'm appreciative of the money, but I just thought that was really funny how, when it all came through and said, oh, I know, Kiko, I know. Oh my God. But, so we'll see, I mean, how it goes. But Craig, that's what we've been doing, and to be able to, you know, Craig, it's working. I mean, I have a plan. My goal, my goal is to be over 4,000 by January. I'm a little late in the game to it. We got 10 people in the house and only 7 thumbs up, so give us some more. And keep dropping the chats. So I'm trying to set myself goals because I'm trying to be productive member of society. Right. So I am. I'm doing these lives. I'm doing one in the mornings. I took you guys fishing again. I'm doing in the evenings a little bit, random stuff. We went to the 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 Lady Gaga concert or whatever the hell it was in Durant, Oklahoma, and we did a bunch of lives there. And so we're trying to build in January to have 4,000 subscribers. And then I'm going to try to do 6,000 by the next January. So I'm really working hard at this. Friend says my birthday is in January. Well, happy birthday to you. How old will you be? How old will you be? Kiko says, does YT send you a W-2? Yes, it does. No, and it's not just for U.S. taxpayers. Yes, they do. We haven't made enough for it to matter. Friend says they are 9. Well, congratulations on being 9. Maybe next year you will be 10. Big Bad John. Mr. Coffee's in the house. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee. How are you this morning? It's good to see you this fine morning, Mr. Coffee. It's coffee, like the drink, just not spelled the same. So, John, I figured out why I like Hamburger Helper. I like the Lasagna Helper better. The Hamburger Helper version of the Lasagna Helper. And I like the Tuna Helper. I like the Tuna Helper. Lorelai won't allow me. Lorelai won't let me eat that stuff. She says it's disgusting and bad for you, but I like it. But John, I figured out why my coffee has been tasting like shit the last week or so. I finally figured out why I've been making bad coffee. Nothing to do with me, has everything to do with my wife. You were born on a leap year, friend. It could be. He or maybe she. Or maybe they do have a different calendar in Argentina. So, but John, my wife has been eating or drinking that mushroom coffee that they've been selling on the internet as the next greatest thing to the world. It's disgusting. And I'm very religious about how I take care of my coffee stuff, and I have a spoon that I use. I found out this morning that my wife has been using my spoon to mix her dirt coffee, her mushroom coffee, and then putting the spoon back where it was, but not washing the spoon. So I've been adding her stinking mushroom to my good coffee, making it taste really weird. No, I think they probably mean 9. Friend is January. I think, anyway. I don't know, he may be 9. He's 9 in January. That's what he told us. 9 in January. He knows a lot about Argentina. Better than using the spoon in the kitty litter. Better than using the kitty spoon. The pooper scooper. The pooper scooper. 11 people in the house. Thank you all. Dennis, Dennis, thank you for being here. Thank you for saving us from Kiko and John and everybody. Man, I tell you what, somebody has to save me from Craig and everybody. It is the Common Sense Yank on fire. Kiko the man. Young Miss Bai is saying hello to her Papa Dennis, Grandpa Dennis. Dennis, Dennis the Menace. You know. How are you, Dennis? How are things going in your part of the world? Dennis is asking, where is my hot, sexy photo? I can give you one. You want to do some super chatting? I can give you a photo to remember for the rest of your life. I can show you some things that will sear into your brain. You know, it will sear into your brain, Kiko. Speaking of 9-year-olds, hi, Great White Norseman. Simple Man's Journey says, what state are you in? I'm actually in the great state of Arkansas, who just whooped the living shit out of the state of Tennessee the other day, by the way. Bai has been waiting patiently here for you, our great leader from the north. The great leader from the north, Dennis. She's been waiting for you. She's been missing you. Henry says, I'm still listening. I'm squashing trolls in one hand and enjoying the conversation in another hand. Bye. Put the kids to bed. I don't think there are any kids today, Dennis. I think the kids all ran away. Somebody said Jollibee and they took off. So, all right. So Simple Man has been up in the great state of Arkansas down by Benton and Malvern areas. I have too been there. You got family in Russellville, all right, that's where the nuclear power plant is. Mount Nebo, yep, very familiar with Russellville. Very, very familiar. Arkansas is a nice state. We live in the northern part, so it's too expensive here. It's all for the rich people, and we're poor, so we can't live in the rich part anymore. We have to go live down south where the poor people are. I was talking about my full profile photos. It was not showing up on screen, but now it loaded. Well, that's your own problem, Dennis. How can you blame us for that? It wasn't Kiko's fault or Craig's fault or, Simple Man's Journey's fault. It was none of ours fault. Come on, man. But I'm telling you, whose kids, Dennis? Well, Dennis, explain to him what you're talking about. I worked in a nuke plant in Mississippi that is in the same network. Okay. All right. Henry is from Mississippi. We got a lot of connections in Mississippi. We got a lot of them down there. Henry is from Mississippi. That's something I want to talk about. Kiko says, at our age, patience while loading is a key. Loading and holding. So, Vicksburg, Mississippi. Now you live near Biloxi. We've been to Mississippi a lot. We went and did some vacationing down in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. We looked at buying some land or building or a house there. But we're thinking we're going to settle on southern Alabama. Bai has 5 kids hidden from view, 2 boyfriends, and 1 ex. Yeah, Henry's down in Gulfport, and we have some other friends that are all through that whole area. Henry, guys, help me with the name. Is it Seaport? Seabreeze? The Seabreeze, Mississippi? We've been there and it's a nice little town. We have a friend that lives there. So Simple Man's Journey says, I'm over in Orange Grove. It's cheap down here. It is cheap down there. in Orange Grove. The problem was my wife found it too boring. Bay St. Louis, she just found way too boring. There wasn't enough shopping, and it just, that's why we kind of think Southern Alabama may be a good way to go. Kiko says, thanks to the Air Force Base, I got to spend some quality time in Biloxi, Mississippi. Henry agrees, yep, that's where he's from. But I need to know, what is the name of that town? C something? Man, I can't remember the name of that town. Which is funny, maybe, yeah, what, I don't remember what it's called. Did John say he was up in Gravette? I went to Gravitate, Arkansas before to see the Shepherd Chapel Church. Gravette, Arkansas. Shepherd Chapel Church, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of religious stuff here. We have the Christ of the Ozarks here. That's just like the one in in Brazil. And so Henry moved right before Katrina. You always fake news about me, Dennis. Dennis. She's accusing you of fake news, Dennis. I don't believe her. I know you wouldn't ever do fake news. Not much in the Bay St. Louis. Yeah, Gulfport, Biloxi, Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs, sorry. It wasn't Seabreeze, it was Ocean Springs. That's where they live, sorry. Ocean Springs seems like a nice little area. So, Kiko says he was in tech school in 84 and 85, TDY school around 86. I was graduating high school in 86, drinking beer, chasing girls. Kiko, how you like them apples. So, yeah, I enjoyed the fishing in Mississippi, but Lorelei just found it kind of boring. And she didn't want to come back to live there. So we're looking at maybe the Mobile and Foley, Alabama area. Mobile, Alabama, Foley, Alabama. Just north of Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, or over on the west side of Mobile too. Spanish Fort. I made it, John says, I made it to the sauna at 5 a.m. Wow. So you are 7 years younger. And I look 20 years younger. I look 20 years younger, right? Look at that good looking guy. Look at that. I used to have red hair. Now after I got married, I have gray hair. Yes. Our friend is having a good time. I don't know what he thinks I'm beautiful. Man, that's not very nice. Yay. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Craig, I was going to tell you, if you're still hanging out back there, if you're still awake from your hard night working, one of the perks to doing these live streams this way is you get ungodly amounts of watch hours. I mean, ungodly amounts of watch hours. It's crazy. I don't know how they calculate them, but for an hour live stream, you might get 20 or 25 watch hours. It's crazy. So if you need to build your watch hours, from the neck up, I'm mentally 19. From the neck down, you're 61. Yes. Simple Man's Journey says, guys, you got to run and take it easy. I'll catch up with you later. We appreciate you, Simple Man, and be safe in Mississippi, and we'll chat with you soon. Craig is riding a fair right about now. He is. He's the only one that works, What? I got a question for you guys. All right. So here's my question. Dennis, wow, Kiko, I would like a ride. God, your word smithing is funny. I know he's good at it, right? He's a verbal judo. Kiko and his verbal judo is most excelente. I hope the fare is hot. I just hope the fare is fair and pays him what he's, deserves, you know. So here's one of those questions like if a tree falls in the wood and nobody hears it, does it make a sound? So Mr. Poopy Pants Troll hasn't come back. No. Well, Kiko, I don't know if you know this, because I can't remember, because I know you got busy with your mom and family and everything, and condolences again for that. But Poopy Pants came back the next day, and he asked, oh no, wait, that's a different one. Was Poopy Pants the one that we told we were going to send to the FBI? We had one Kiko that may have been Poopy Pants that we convinced him that we were going to turn him into FBI because he liked little boys. And he got scared. He got scared because we told him that Jack had already found his IP address and all of that stuff and all of that stuff. But he came back the day after that and he asked, he said, was the mic still banned from your channel? And I told him, I said, no, you're not banned from the channel. I would never ban anybody. We just reported you to the FBI for being a pedophile. And so he ran away again, and I haven't seen him since. Because he kept trying to say, I'm really not. And I was just trying to troll you. And I said, well, you came across as a pedophile, so FBI you go. Dennis is saying, yes, Kiko, hugs and prayers to you and about your mom and everybody. And we hope that you had a good time with the family. Yeah, Mr. Coffee says his brother can track the IP addresses. Furry, yes, I sank the Titanic. I did. I've actually sank it more than once, believe it or not. I visited it. I built it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like the Titanic. So, but thank you for being here, Furry. Make sure you give us a thumbs up as you come in, Furry. We appreciate you being here. If you haven't been to Branson, Missouri, they have a Titanic there, a Titanic museum. You can go to Branson, Missouri. It's about 50 or 60 bucks to get in. It's overpriced. But yes, you can go see the Titanic, a replica of the Titanic. They do have some authentic artifacts there in the museum. It's pretty cool. But it's kind of expensive. So that's in up in Branson, Missouri. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, and you don't have to call me Captain. Admiral's fine. Yeah, but you don't have to call me Captain. Admiral is fine. Oh my goodness. My brother looked up a old worker of mine. He was a pedo. I told our bosses. Craig's back in the house. Good, Craig. I had all 7 kids, 3 kids in-laws, 4 grandkids for the funeral. So it was wonderful all to be together for that. Good. It is good, Pico. It really is. Craig says hello to Dennis. We're stinking up the joint. 10 people in the house so far this morning. Thank you for the thumbs uppers. But yeah, Dennis saying hi to you, Craig. outer space. Oh, the liaison between us humans and outer space. Yeah. Craig keeps us grounded. Craig, by the way, Craig, I watched that whole entire video that you sent me a link to. He is the translator. He's the translator. The guy you said to me is not worth going and doing anything. I don't want to go back to prison. That's funny. Yeah, I can tell you a story about a pedophile. Furry says, this is his point of view, was the Titanic the biggest boat the pirates ever stole? Well, in my opinion, the Titanic was not a boat, it was a ship, and pirates did not steal it. But it's okay to think that. Go CP, go. Go CP, go. So back many years ago when I was teaching, I was doing this specialized class. I can't remember the topic, but it had something to do with OSHA. And I had people from a whole bunch of different companies sending people to this event. It was like a 5-day class. And my police department at the college came to me and said, hey, we just want you to know that we had to give special permission to XYZ person because of their history to come onto campus. And we want you to be aware of their history, their criminal history, and who it is. Because they're not allowed to have any contact with minors at all. And I'm like, okay. And so he worked at a local company as an electrician. And I read his thing, horrendous pedo charges. I mean, just the worst of the worst. Worst of the worst. But I was professional. I didn't call him out in front of everybody and have everybody beat him up in class. So I just taught the class. I didn't like the guy. I mean, I don't know. 10 years later, I go over to some friends' house and they're married. Their mama is married to this guy. Blew me away. I had to sit there for 3 or 4 hours acting like I didn't know who this guy was or what he did. It was because they didn't know. I found out later because I asked. They're like, oh no, my mom just met him, they got married pretty quick, and yeah, he's an electrician, and I said, well, did you guys ever look into his history? Furry says, I have visited Belfast, and they said that the pirates stole the Titanic because they needed money. Well, what did they do with the Titanic, Furry? Who did they sell it to get money from? How do you take the Titanic as a pirate and get anything off of it? That's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out. There might be some logic to that, but one, do we know what pirate it was, like the Somalian pirates or Blackbeard? And two, how did they translate the Titanic into money? Kiko says, OSHA, Occupational Safety Health Administration. Well, there you go, buddy. That's it. You got it right. So here's my question. I have a handicap tag for my window, right? And it's so old, it doesn't expire until next year, right? But I touched it yesterday in the car, and it fell apart into like 20 different pieces. So here's my question. I've taped it back together with packing tape. So do we think my taped up packing tape, busted up handicap tag is a valid handicap tag or not? Or does anybody care? I'm gonna try to go by the revenue office this week and get a new one and see if they will swap me out for this broken one. My boss, Mr. Coffee says, my boss let the guy around his family and kids and let the truck drivers know. Good. I mean, Dennis says, actually, the Titanic went over the end of the flat earth. That's right. It sailed out of the ring of ice, went through that one little trap door, and went off, right? Yes, breaking damn news. You got that right. Ah, Dennis, you had to spill the beans. Whew. My dad used to travel with his handicap tag so he could park closest to the stores. Well, yeah. One of our cars, the cars that we take on trips, have the license plate, and then I carry this one in my truck. But, you know, thinking of the other thing, thinking of bad people that do things, bad things to little people. As a private consultant, while I was still teaching at the college, I did a whole bunch of indoor air quality consulting work. And we had a guy that taught avionics at the college. I can't remember, I know his name, but I don't want to mention his name. And he taught avionics. And one day, and I knew him because he was in our division, but I didn't know him very well. I talked to him a handful of times. And one day I got called to this house that had some indoor air quality issues to do some consulting work. And so I go up there and I'm talking to them and as we casually talk, they ask for my credentials and I explain to them what I do and then I teach at the college, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, you teach up at the college? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, my father teaches there. And I'm like, oh, really? What does he teach? Avionics? I'm like, oh, wow. Is it da-da-da? And they're like, yeah. That son of a bitch isn't never allowed around my daughter ever again. If he comes in within 20 miles of my daughter, I will put a bullet in his head. He's on and on. That you don't know how bad that guy has destroyed our family. So I'm like, damn. So you just don't know who's going to be one of those bad people. Let me get caught up here. So Dennis is asking Filipina Bai, what's going on between you and Henry? Are you going to have more babies? Is there a long-term relationship in your future? And Dennis wants you guys to have 60,000 kids. Yucky, yucky, no kids. They're too old. They're too old for kids. They're too old for kids. I don't have kids, only one dog. I don't have kids, I have two dogs. Speaking of that, how's Michael? I don't think anybody has seen Michael in a while, maybe. I talked to Gary last night. Gary seems to be doing pretty well in the Philippines. He says he's still trying to get a washing machine and dryer separate units. I keep encouraging him to buy an all-in-one unit, but Henry and I are friends. Henry and I are friends, yes. Oh, that's from Filipina Bai in the province saying she's playing coy. She knows she has the hots for Henry. She just doesn't want to admit it. She's probably seen his sexy body. This body's too sexy for me. So, tell him, Henry, tell him how it is. John says, women need background their future husbands for their, absolutely. I think it's extremely important for women to do background check on men and men do it on women in America because we got a lot of slime balls here. Dennis, Kiko Is Saga and Naga still alive? Would not know, Dennis. You need to, hi, Henry, you need to background buy. Okay, I got you. So Dennis is saying, Henry, you better do a background check on buy. She might be a big troublemaker, in the Philippines. That's what Dennis is saying about you, buy, not me. I would never say such things. But Dennis is going, she might be a troublemaker. She may have 30 or 40 kids that nobody knows about, you know. She may have been married 12 times and not told anybody. So I know where Dennis is going. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Michael in a while. Last time I saw him, he was drunk and passed out on a live stream. Other than that, I haven't seen him. Kiko says, must have found a new gravy train, Dennis. I hate you, Papa Dennis. From Young Nick Spy. My older brother's girlfriend is giggling. Asked me a question. Do you have any brotherly advice? I said, go back, do a background check. That is funny. Dennis says, I embrace the hate. We all do, right, Dennis? That's what we have to do. I can't get enough people to hate me. I've had to tell all of you guys that we can't scare away the trolls too easily. I don't get any more trolls on my channel because we scare them away too damn easily. Funny. You got a problem when the trolls are scared of your channel. So. Oh, that's funny. She got back from work. My brother moved out before she could do a background check. God. Oh, that's funny. Henry, your woman's looking for you. Miss Filipina Bai is looking for you. Henry's a popular man these days. I mean, he's a sexy beast who's single, ready to mingle. Henry's going to start a prostitution business in the Philippines. Background checks are good though, guys. It never hurts. Lorelai did one on me, She said that as soon as we started meeting, she started Googling everything about me. My house, my address, the streets, the houses around me, the school I taught at, the college, everything. My degrees, she asked me what my degree was. She'd Google that to find out if it was a real degree or not. So my wife did a background check. I didn't do one. I took my wife on face value because I believed her. Dennis is asking, can we vote on the wrench out of buy control? What's that? Can we vote the wrench out of the buy's control? Maybe I should put you in timeout, Henry. Oh, we never got, I know, Jack, I doubt if Jack's in the house, and he'll probably get mad at me again for mentioning it. But the other night, Jack was having difficulties, and we never got the full story from Jack. So one of these days, Jack is going to have to tell us what he teased us with on my live stream. Mr. Coffee to the 9th degree. But Dennis, if you didn't know, young Miss Filipina Bai gets a lot of attention on her channel. She's got a lot of suitors. She's got a she's got a lot of men going, "Hi, young lady, how are you?" Well, Dennis, he's not on the RH, but he's on the NG Light, Miguel San Miguel, SMG, whatever. I don't think he's doing Red Horse anymore. I think he's had to switch to the cheap stuff. The San Miguel Light, I think is what he likes, or Pilsner. But, um, but yes, Mr. Coffee, Jack and Jill went up the hill to Fletcher Pale. Jack and Jill. But he was on our live stream and he had something happen. And then he took us on his live stream and went to a bar and had some fun with a couple of Filipino guys. Not that kind of fun. But it was funny because some guy wanted to give him like a 7-month-old chicken, which I thought was really funny. He wanted to make sure that Jack got a 7-month-old chicken. For I don't know. I was totally confused, but it was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me move you guys so I can sit up here. I gotta type. I want to check the hurricane real quick. Hopefully Jack is he's probably sleeping. I didn't get a message from him this morning. He usually messages me when he gets up. But I think he stayed up late last night. Miss Young Filipina Bai just talked about how much she appreciates you, Dennis. She says that you're her role model, Dennis, and that she could just hope that Henry would be like you, Dennis. That's what she's saying. Because we all want to be like Dennis. Well, I don't know where he is this morning, but he was on last night for quite a while. He said everything's going good for him. He seems to be happy. He has plans to live in the same apartment for 4 years, and they're buying Christmas decorations so they can decorate their apartment for Christmas. And and I guess he's doing good though. He says he's doing good. They're looking for a washing machine. I don't know how big their apartment is. Henry is multi-talented. He's busy, Dennis. He's busy getting busy on. He's been dropping a few little videos on his channel. I watched them where he's been out in the rain, you know, walking around showing the area that he's in. So, wow. Dennis says, wow, that's so amazing. Yes, I have photos of me all over my house. What, you have trolls? I need a troll. Yeah, you're following G-Man? Yeah, he said that was the, last night he was talking about the rainy season. I think he's trying to get adapted to the rainy season. And he's trying to get adapted to how the humidity, you know, is. So, but I think he's doing good. I think he's finally maybe happy in life. And, you know, old people like you, Dennis, deserve to be happy. And Gary's older than you, right? Um, so I'm happy for Gary. I think Gary's doing. I took a break from social media, come back, and G-Man actually went to the freaking Philippines. I know. You were shocked. You were shocked. I think it's the one thing that nobody ever expected in our world that Gary would literally leave the basement and go to the Philippines. I never thought it would happen. So, I did. I never thought it would happen. John is asking, did you unplug and unwind? You know, and I gotta admit, sometimes it's really good to do that. It really, really is good to unwind and get away from things. I get burned out. Young Miss Filipina Bai in the province says, I don't have social media. I just do YouTube, which happens to be social media. Come on, young lady. I used to be the youngest, now getting to be the older group. Plus, living and healthy while friends. Yeah, I know, I know. A lot of people are getting low. The older we get, what's shocking and strange is how many people get low as we get old. But I guess that's the nature of the beast, right? We know what you meant, young Filipina, but you can't get away with it that easily. In America, you got to give details, examples, explanations. You know, you can't leave room for variations in America. When you say something in America, you gotta say what you mean. We know what you mean. But it's good. It's all good, right? Gary, well, yeah, that's something Miss Filipina just mentioned pizza. That's something Gary was talking about last night, that he's become very happy with the pizza in the Philippines. He has found the pizza to be exquisite in the Philippines. I wonder if he drinks. Anybody know if Gary is a drinker? You know, but somehow he's now decided he likes the pizza in the Philippines. That's okay, right? Dennis says, I am 66, very healthy. My priorities are to eat well, exercise, laugh, and listen to wisdom from Kiko. Well, you sound like Mr. Coffee. Only if you make it yourself, there, says Henry. G-Man does not drink. I know, but if he's liking the pizza in the Philippines, maybe he started drinking. That's kind of my point, you know, because I found it disgusting. But we talked about pizza last night, and which is better, thin crust, thick crust, pan crust, stuffed crust. So we got on a kick about pizza last night. Very wise, Grasshopper. Very wise, Grasshopper. Who actually watched that movie? Does anybody remember the movie Grasshopper? Sensei, yes. More than likely, my job is to chase my wife around the house. It's a good job, John. I mean, nothing wrong with that. My wife is easy to catch. Oh my God, you know. I don't know what my job anymore is. But Dennis, taking a break from social media and the world sometimes is really a nice thing. We like to do that too. And I did it this summer myself for about a month. I didn't do anything really over the summer for about a month, and it was nice. It allows you to re-energize and to put up with the internet crap again, because there's, I know. Filipino Bai is asking, Papa Dennis, you're 66? Wow. And what she's really saying, Dennis, you look 900, so she's shocked that you're so young. That's what she's really saying. And she's, because now she's needed thinking that you're the ancient one. She wants to start calling you ancient one. Yes, I'm going to live to be 104. It's a good thing to do. Kiko's mom almost made it to 100, huh, Kiko? Yes, we're so glad that we don't have to worry about relationships anymore because we're married. My wife keeps threatening to divorce me, so I would redate her again, and I'm like, ain't no way in hell. It's like, well, we should get a divorce. That way you'll pursue me again and take me out on dates and chase me. And I'm like, it's got the Shiloh monk grasshopper snatched the rock from the palm of my hand. 66 with 40 kids. Uh-oh, she's got your number, Dennis. Young Miss Bai's got your number. Yes, Kiko. Wow, Bai, so close, so close. I like that movie, The Grasshopper. I can't find them online anymore. I don't know if anybody has them or not, but I wouldn't mind watching it again. Let's check the storm real quick. Let's get an update on the storm. Sit down, Poo-Poo. I need to get an update on the storm. Let me give you guys an update. Kiko says 40 that he claims is for social welfare. Yes. I thought, well, that's not actually a bad plan, right? Claim it on your taxes. So right now what we're looking at with the Milton, category 4 is down from a 5 overnight. It's going to hit Thursday at 2 a.m. Thursday at 2 a.m. and it looks like it's going right for Tampa. And it's going to blow through by Friday at 2 a.m. on the East Coast. And yeah, it looks like it's going to hit the north side of Tampa the hardest. All the way over to my favorite area, Cocoa Beach. Trying to see if they're saying anything. So that's the latest. 2 a.m. on Tuesday. Sorry, Thursday at 2 a.m. Thursday, 2 a.m. is supposed to make landfall. Up and puff and blow that beach. Yeah, it's going to blow the beach. I guess the only good thing is it's not going to turn north. What's the name of Gary's channel? It's called My Retired Life 2. TWO. Oh, no, it's 200, I think. Yeah. My Retired Life 2. Yeah, I just saw them. They popped up on YouTube. You know, he just did real short ones, I think. If I remember right, they were shorts. They just kind of came across. So, yeah, my retired life too. Mark says, "Hello, David. I like that hat." Well, thank you. This is a fedora stingy brim. So, one of my favorites. I love my hats. I got lots of hats, as all of you guys can contest to. So, well, I got to put some water in that fish tank, don't I, guys? And that fish tank is loud, isn't it? Can you guys hear that fish tank? Yeah, I like my fedoras. I like my flat caps, but I like fedoras best. But sometimes you got to be styling and profile, and sometimes you got to wear a hat like this. Sometimes you got to wear a hat like this. You know, you just never know. I need more hats. That's right. It covers the point on his head, Mark. It does. It covers the. I'm really a cone head. You just can't tell it. So I'm really a cone head. I like hats. My wife won't let me go bald. Otherwise, I would just shave my head and go bald. My wife said bald men are ugly, and so I can't shave my head. Sorry. I know some of you guys have to shave your head, but it's okay. I don't discriminate. But Mark, how are you this morning? Mark, how are you this morning, buddy? I know. I just heard that. I just figured that out. It sounds like somebody's taking a great big pee. I'm going to put water in it here in a little bit after I get off of here. We're going to get off of here in a couple of minutes anyway. For me, I got to get my day started. So you guys won't have to put up with my fish tank. Let me take that back. My wife's fish tank that I'm not allowed to touch. But I'm going to go get like 20 gallons of water and fix it. So she thinks it's nice to have the water falling. She doesn't understand this is my office, and it shouldn't be that way. Well, good. We're glad you're doing well. The Jolly Green Giant is peeing. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I just heard it. I mean, it truly is loud. I thought Kika was exaggerating earlier. But I'll get it fixed. That way it won't be that loud next time. I'll keep a better eye on it since it's becoming winter here and I can't go outside because it's negative 2,000 degrees out and I'll freeze to death and die. You know, I have to stay indoors. So I'll get the fish tank fixed so it's not so loud. Well, I know you've been hearing it all stream long, but I have earplugs in. I have earplugs in. I don't hear it. See how that works? You could just put earplugs. Just kidding. Craig says he's back. Our good friend Furry here is asking once again, did pirates steal a lot of gold from the Titanic? I wasn't there, so I do not know. I don't know. I wasn't there. And Kiko's saying, hey, Craig is back. Craig, they're not happy with the noise of Lorelei's fish tank. Can you believe that? They're making fun of me because my wife's fish tank is noisy. So Craig, I want you to straighten them out about fish tank noise. All right, my friends, it's time for me to go. I got to get some stuff done. And then we'll probably do another pop-up live stream tonight. I may go fishing, haven't decided. Just don't know. It is Tuesday, so you just never know what's going on. Noise is good, Craig says. So you guys all listen to Craig. All right, everybody, we appreciate you as always. Did you get a tip, mate? Kiko's what? No, Craig, if you got a tip. And we don't mean a tip like, hey, maybe you should play the stock market. We mean like cold, hard greenbacks. Is Australian dollars green? American money's green, so we call them greenbacks. Craig says no. Kiko, cosmetic noise. Maybe just because I'm a noisy guy. All right, friends, we'll talk to everybody later. Take care. See ya.